Let's make 3 easy meals on the go while exploring one of the most beautiful countries in the world, Aotearoa, New Zealand. My husband and I are on a dreamy motorhome trip through New Zealand. It's so surreal and magical here that we can't help but capture moments along the way. Our first stop is to stock up on fresh ingredients from the local farmers market. This is Christchurch Farmers Market, nestled in the historic Riccarton Bush. There's something for everyone in this market, from freshly baked pastries to chia seed puddings and fresh organic vegetables. Even though it's the beginning of autumn, there's still some late summer berries left, so I grab a bunch to snack on during our drive. The weather is really starting to change here though. The wind has lost its summer warmth and is now blowing a cooler breeze that makes you want to wrap yourself up in a big cozy blanket. Coming from the tropics, the colder temperature is much appreciated. It's so nice to cook when it's cold outside, such a change from being at home. But when evening comes close, it can get a bit cold. So I'm making us a warm and hearty corn chowder. The base of this corn chowder are aromatics like chopped celery, onion, garlic, and some capsicum. We sauté these fragrant vegetables in oil to bring out all their beautiful flavors. Once they're nice and caramelized, we can move on to the next ingredient, which is cream-style corn. This recipe would be amazing with fresh corn, especially if it's in season. But since we're in a motorhome, it's just so convenient to use canned corn. We really want the corn to shine in this recipe, so we're not going to add much to it. Just a bit of salt and pepper, some stock powder, a little bit of hot sauce, and some vegan cheese. To add creaminess to the corn chowder, let's use some barista-style oat milk. If you'd like, you can also use plant-based cream for extra creaminess. This corn chowder tastes amazing on its own. To make it extra special, I'm going to fry some sausage crumbles to add on top. This is actually inspired by a recipe from my husband's grandmother, who's from here. It's not originally vegan, but with some swaps, we can enjoy it just the way she used to make it. Grandma used to serve it with homemade cheese scones, but we're going to take the lazy option and have it with toasted sourdough. In the morning, we begin driving towards the west coast of the South Island, heading to Punakaiki. There are lots of scenic rest stops on the way with amazing views like this one here. Driving doesn't feel far, and it's true, it's really not about the destination, but the journey. You know how they say New Zealand has 4 seasons in one day? It's very accurate. One day it's cold and you're making corn chowder, and the next day it feels like summer again and you're barbecuing outside. It's strange, but I kind of like it. On the menu today, grilled portobello mushroom burgers. As we're going to grill the mushrooms, we want to make sure they're well oiled so they don't stick. Sprinkle the garlic in the concave of the mushroom caps. Add a drizzle of oil to the garlic. This will help carry the flavor deep into the mushrooms as they grill. They don't need long to cook, about 10 minutes. And you really don't have to do anything like flipping or adjusting. They can just stay there untouched. While waiting, we can prepare the other elements of the meal. I love this part. It's spicy, creamy, and has just the right crunch. Mix together vegan mayonnaise, chili oil, a bit of lime juice, then toss in a pre-shredded Asian slaw mix. Just as I was about to pull some chips out of the oven, a curious seagull popped up at the door. Drawn in by the smell, no doubt. It wasn't interested in the burgers, thank goodness, so I toasted our buttered buns in peace. To assemble the burger, go slaw first, then the juicy mushrooms, a handful of salad greens, and finally, some thinly sliced onions. The textures, the flavors, it all just works. If you look closely, you can actually see the seagull eyeing our chips. I'm happy to report we didn't lose any while enjoying our burgers outside. The next morning, I wander around the Punakaiki campground and discover it has a little coffee cart. So obviously, I need to get a cup. It's such a great pick-me-up for the drive to the next destination. Just a few minutes down the road are the famous Punakaiki pancake rocks and blowholes. It's a short, accessible walk, but the views, the sounds, the sea spray, everything will leave you speechless. I've never experienced anything like it. Back in the motorhome, I'm craving something sweet and I want to make something quintessentially Kiwi. So let's make lamingtons. These soft, fluffy sponge cakes coated in rich chocolate and rolled in coconut are usually made individually, dipped one by one. But that's not exactly Campervan friendly. So we're doing a version that's a little less traditional, but a whole lot easier. First, we start by mixing dry ingredients in a bowl. I'm using self-rising flour here. Saves you a bit of time and you don't have to wash an extra measuring spoon. Mix that with white sugar and a tiny pinch of salt. For the wet ingredients, we just need barista-style oat milk, neutral vegetable oil, and vanilla extract. This is what I love about vegan baking. It's often very simple, but not many people know this. This batter just needs to be mixed until smooth and portable, and in it goes into the baking pan. While waiting for it to bake, we can make the chocolate sauce. Heat butter, sugar, and oat milk in a pot until it starts steaming and the butter has melted and sugar is completely dissolved. With the heat off, add blocks of chocolate into the hot liquid along with a pinch of salt and vanilla. Stir the mixture for a few minutes. It'll become grainy and weird at first, but keep at it and it'll become thick and glossy. Just in time for our cake. Now here comes the hack. While the cake is still warm, pour the chocolate over the top of the cake, making sure to spread it evenly so the whole surface is covered. Let it stand for 5 to 6 minutes until the chocolate looks like it's starting to set, then sprinkle desiccated coconut over the top generously. Let it sit in the fridge for a few hours. Once it's completely set and firm, then we can cut into squares. And just like that, we can spread jam on each side and sandwich it to get perfect lamingtons. We enjoy a few, then we pack up and continue our journey throughout this magical country. Stay tuned for next week's video where I'll share more recipes and New Zealand adventure.